Mailchimp is hard, but flexible and also good. ConvertKit is easy and also good. Which of these two email marketing platforms should you be using if you're just starting to build your email list? Well, in this video, I'm going to compare the free version of Mailchimp and the free version of ConvertKit for beginners. Welcome to Money with Markus, where I help you earn more, save more, and invest more money on your journey to financial independence. Today we're talking about that earning part. If you are a content creator or any kind of online business, you need an email list for one simple reason. It's the only way that you can actually own your contacts. Any social media platform you use can kick you out at any point or deprioritize your posts. You need an email list to be able to stay connected to your audience and potential customers. And the great thing is that you can get started for free building your email list. Both Mailchimp and ConvertKit have free versions that you can use, and I actually use both of them. In this video, I'm going to go through the basic steps of setting up your email list with both Mailchimp and ConvertKit. Specifically, I'm going to cover the technical setup of your landing page. How do you make it more attractive so that it's easier for your customers to say yes to you and sign up? How do you get a shareable link? And then finally, how easy is it to send your first email? Stick around to the end of the video where I'm going to share a bonus tip that's going to make it easier for you to share your email sign-up link regardless of which platform you choose. Let me first tell you how I use these services. When you start building your email list, the easiest way to do it is to offer your audience something of value in exchange for them signing up for your email list. And typically this is something that you download. For this channel, Money with Markus, I have a free financial independence planning spreadsheet that you can download by signing up for my email list. And for this, I use ConvertKit. I have a second channel as well. It's called Markus Seppala, and on that channel I share a lot of communication tips, particularly how to make your video conferences not suck. And there, the download is my free video conferencing checklist. And for that channel, I use Mailchimp. The first thing you want to do is create your landing page so that people can sign up for your list and get your download. When you log into ConvertKit, there's a very helpful guide that's going to walk you through step by step in creating that landing page. On Mailchimp, you can also create a landing page, but it is much more complicated. You have to click campaign, then create campaign, and then landing page. And this is typical for Mailchimp. There are just way more steps, whereas ConvertKit will walk you through the most important thing that everybody wants to start with. The most important thing on your landing page is that people get your download once they've signed up for your email list. ConvertKit makes this super easy. There are very few options to check, and one of them is how to deliver your incentive, as they call it, or your download. One of the best options is that they have to confirm their email, and then they click, and then they get your download. You can even host your file on ConvertKit so that people can download it directly from there, or you can redirect them to a separate page. On Mailchimp, this process is much more difficult. It's not part of the landing page setup like it is on ConvertKit. Rather, you have to set up a separate automation. They call it the single welcome email. So when people sign up, they will get that email automatically. So in Mailchimp, you don't go into campaigns like you did for your landing page, but you have to go into automations instead. I think you're starting to see a little bit of a trend here. Which of these two tools is easier to use? We're just getting started, but if you already got value, hit the like button. Now that your landing page is set up, you need to make it attractive so that people will actually want to sign up. ConvertKit has a number of cool templates in their library that you can choose from, but you cannot customize them too much. You may be able to add an image or change your colors, but that's pretty much all you can do. On Mailchimp, however, you can customize your landing page a lot. They also have these ready-made templates, but you can also design your own. Now, whether this is a good thing or a bad thing depends on your use case. If you just want to get up and running and get started, I think the ConvertKit templates are really good. If you do want to fiddle around with things, then go for the Mailchimp version for customizing your landing page. But that is only the technical part of the setup. Much more important is how do you convince your people to say yes to you? And for this, you need good copy, meaning the text on your page. When you start editing your landing page on ConvertKit, it suggests this super helpful article for you that goes through every element of your landing page. For example, it has these 4 different formulas for writing your landing page headline. And I find this incredibly valuable. You may know how to produce your content, but you may not be an expert at marketing yet. Having something like these 4 ready-to-made formulas is super helpful. On Mailchimp, I didn't find similar information, at least not as easily accessible, because on ConvertKit it just pops up while you're editing your page. Before I move over to the next step about sharing your landing page link, there's one thing I want to say about setting up your landing page. When I started using Mailchimp to set up my landing page and my email automation, I had to look up a lot of stuff in the help section. On ConvertKit, I never once had to look at the documentation. To me, this is an indication that the workflow in ConvertKit is so much better thought out. And I think this has to do with the fact that Mailchimp tries to do everything for everybody, whereas ConvertKit is specifically designed for creators to easily start collecting email addresses. When your landing page is set up, of course, you want to start sharing that web address with your audience and potential customers. The web address for my landing page on ConvertKit is as follows: moneywithmarkus.ck.page. Okay, fair enough. That's a pretty easy to remember address. The web link for my Mailchimp landing page is as follows: mailchi.mp/echo6 echo foxtrot foxtrot1 charlie2 charlie299/checklist video conferencing. Which of these 2 do you think is the easier one to share? Now, of course, if you're just sharing your link in a clickable form, it doesn't really matter. But sometimes you have to share it verbally, like I was just doing, or you have to share it in an image. For example, at the end screens on your YouTube video. That ConvertKit link is so much nicer than the Mailchimp link. But there is a way to sort that out. That's the bonus tip I mentioned. It's coming up at the end of this video. Hit like if you got value. Now that you're building your email list, it's time to send your first email to your subscribers. The process in both of these tools is pretty straightforward. You select your audience by segments or tags in the tool. In ConvertKit, the default email template is just text, whereas in Mailchimp, you have a number of different templates with headings and images. There is a risk in doing that. I understand that a lot of the emails sent from Mailchimp don't actually go to the regular inbox of your recipients, but rather end up in promotions. And from what I understand, that has to do with the fact that they kind of look like marketing emails, whereas the ConvertKit emails just look like emails from a normal person because they're mostly text. But there is one thing that I like about sending emails from Mailchimp. As you start to draft your subject and your snippet, Mailchimp actually gives you a lot of good, helpful pieces of advice. For example, it tells you to keep your subject line short, not to use too many emojis, and also it has this ability to preview the snippet that people are going to see in their email software. That kind of real-time feedback I find really helpful in Mailchimp. When you start a new email in ConvertKit, it's just a blank screen and you have to type things. But ConvertKit does have something that Mailchimp does not have in their free version. They have A/B testing, which means that you can try 2 different subject lines and see which of them leads to a higher open rate when you send out the email. I mentioned that for landing pages, ConvertKit has these helpful articles with these different formulas and ways how to design your landing page so that it becomes attractive. For emails, they don't seem to have that. And for this, I even searched in the help section to see if there's any helpful guidance on how to write an attractive email that people are going to click. I wasn't able to find anything like that, which is a pity, because for the landing page it was so good. I wish there was something like that for writing emails also. I'll give you my bonus tip in just a moment, but if you got value from this video, please consider subscribing to my channel for more tips on how to reach financial independence. And here's the bonus tip. You can make those links to your landing page look a lot prettier with a WordPress plugin called Page Links 2. With this plugin, I can take those landing page links that we looked at before and make them a lot prettier by routing them through my websites. Here's what I did with that WordPress plugin. The landing page for this channel is moneywithmarkus.com/spreadsheet. And for the other channel, it's markuspresents/checklist. Those addresses are certainly a lot easier to share regardless of in which forum you're doing so. And one place I use them is the end cards on my YouTube videos. In the description below, I have a link to that WordPress plugin, and I also have links to everything else we've been talking about in this video. So if you want to try Mailchimp or ConvertKit, use the links in the description below. Also, feel free to grab those downloads that I mentioned, either my financial independence spreadsheet or my video conferencing checklist, or why not sign up for both. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, and the next video is right here. Click up there for the next video.